Virgo. This week exposes the difference between connection and convenience. You've been analyzing certain relationships, friendships, or future plans carefully for a while now. But Cancer season shifts things from intellectual observation into emotional consequence. Suddenly, you're not just thinking about who supports you, you're feeling the imbalance directly. And some truths are difficult to emotionally rationalize anymore. You may realize that certain people only fully engage with you when they need stability, reassurance, labor, or solutions. The moment you become emotionally unavailable, the dynamic changes noticeably. That realization lands harder than expected this week. Mercury in Cancer activates your social sphere and long-term vision. Conversations about community, collaboration, belonging, or future direction become emotionally charged now. You're evaluating not just who you love, but who genuinely protects your peace. And your standards are changing quickly. Midweek brings a turning point involving trust. A conversation, cancellation, omission, or subtle betrayal reveals where expectations have quietly become one-sided. The issue is not necessarily dramatic conflict, it's emotional pattern recognition. Once you see the pattern, your behavior changes immediately. You become less available to emotional chaos, less willing to rescue situations you didn't create, less interested in carrying group dynamics that exhaust you. That shift matters because Chiron entering Taurus begins a long process of rebuilding belief systems connected to safety, meaning, identity, and future direction. Some Virgos are beginning to outgrow old environments entirely. You may feel emotionally disconnected from paths that once made perfect sense. That discomfort is not failure, it is evolution. Venus in Leo also increases the need for solitude, reflection, and emotional recovery. You may crave more silence than usual this week. Protect that instinct. Your intuition becomes unusually sharp when external noise decreases. There is also strong spiritual symbolism around this week for many Virgos. Dreams, repeating signs, sudden emotional memories, or intuitive warnings may feel more vivid now. Don't dismiss them simply because they cannot be logically measured. By the weekend, something emotionally settles into clarity. You stop chasing reassurance externally and start trusting what your body has been trying to tell you all along. And once that happens, your decisions become cleaner, simpler, stronger. This week is not about losing people. It's about recognizing who only loved the version of you that overextended itself endlessly.
Virgo, your tarot card is the Knight of Cups. An emotional message, invitation, confession, or unexpected moment of vulnerability may arrive this week. The Knight of Cups softens your normally guarded emotional structure and reminds you that not every feeling needs immediate analysis. Still, balance fantasy with reality. Someone may genuinely mean what they say while still lacking consistency long-term. Let actions support emotion before fully investing your trust. Creativity, romance, and emotional honesty are all heightened now if you allow yourself to stay open without abandoning discernment.
Virgo, you get hexagram 37, Wind over Fire, the family. This hexagram focuses on emotional ecosystems, the people, routines, environments, and relationships shaping your inner stability daily. This week highlights where emotional balance exists naturally and where imbalance has quietly become normalized. You may feel unusually protective of your peace now, and rightly so. The symbol also emphasizes responsibility without martyrdom. Caring for others should not require emotional self-erasure. By the weekend, your understanding of belonging becomes clearer. Real support creates steadiness, not exhaustion.
Virgo, your rune is Awaz. Awaz governs endurance, transition, and transformation through internal strength. You are moving through an emotional threshold this week, even if outward circumstances appear relatively unchanged. Something old is gradually ending, while something new begins forming quietly underneath the surface. This rune asks for trust during uncertainty. Not every transition announces itself dramatically at first. Midweek may test patience emotionally, but the deeper process unfolding now ultimately strengthens your stability rather than weakening it.
This week exposed truths that were already forming underneath the surface long before anyone admitted them out loud. Not every ending is destruction. Some endings are rescue. Tell me in the comments, what part of this week's reading hit hardest for you emotionally? If this message resonated, subscribe, like the video, and activate the bell so you stay connected to these weekly readings. And don't forget to watch your rising sign as well. Sometimes the rising sign reveals the pressure your soul is actually navigating beneath appearances.